What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, success? Welcome to another episode of Speak Your Success in the Morning. I'm Jonathan Jones, and y'all, we are excited to be here with you Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. We still iced in, still froze in. Producer Britt, what's the deal?
What's up? What's up? What's today? Wednesday? Yeah.
Today,
What's going on?
oh
What's
my,
going on? Know what day it
oh my,
is? I've been in the house too long. What day is it,
oh.
Jonathan?
Oh my goodness.
Ah,
Oh my God, you too amped up. You
I
too
don't think I'm
amped
too
up right
amped up.
now.
I think this is the
You too
right,
amped up, Britt.
appropriate amp. You want to go back to work?
I would not be mad going back to work for one, but for two, I just like I told you offline. Okay, I'm gonna tell the people the same thing I just told you. I said I just think I need a little bit more human interaction.
You
That's
got
all I'm
humans that
saying.
live at your house. Interact.
And I've been interacting with them. I
You
was a
should be
I
good to
was
go.
I was a substitute teacher yesterday. Okay, I had my son putting the letters into the little situation, and I'm sitting there watching him get frustrated. I'm like, no, okay, you're about to put these letters up before you get this snack. All right, you're gonna calm yourself down. So yeah, but I mean, I'm not
I
tripping. Like
forgot you used to be a teacher. Mm.
I'm not tripping being here with my son. I'm not tripping being here with my family. But I'm just saying, like, it's just the fact of being inside the house and it's cold outside because I had to go outside and first world problems. I had to go in my garage and had to get some firewood because it was cold out there, Britt. It
Yeah.
was cold out there. But you
Mhm.
know, we're not tripping. We moving forward. We're moving the ministry forward. We're progressing. Okay. We're
Good.
progressing.
Good.
Yeah.
All
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
Well,
but
I
what
don't
you been
have
over there
any. I
doing?
didn't. Yeah, I'm
What,
happy to be at home with me and Ozzy. Okay, I'm chilling.
oh.
But what'd you have for dinner last night? Is that what you about to ask me?
No, 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 no. You jumping ahead. Slow down now. You don't want to rush nothing else. Take your time here too, Britt.
Well,
Take your time. I said, what you been up to over there? What you been over there doing? All this time in the
chilling.
house.
Shows, catching up. Don't I look refreshed? I feel
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. No, I just been chilling,
Girl been watching
relaxing,
shows. Girl been
relaxing. People say, "What are you
putting up.
doing?" Nothing. Okay.
Oh,
Have you
God.
been doing anything? No. Have you been picking up anything? Open your laptop? No. Okay.
Oh,
I've been on
oh.
my show. I've caught up on so many shows, Jonathan. I got new ones to watch, baby. Okay. It
Caught
is.
up on shows is
That's what
crazy.
I'm saying. Okay. I love it. I
Oh,
love this for
oh
me. I need
Lord.
this time. I feel great. I feel great.
Mm. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
I know it's gonna
Congratulations on
end
feeling great.
soon, so I'm enjoying it, and
Mm.
I'm not thinking about that at all. Okay, I'm not thinking
Mm.
about saying, "Oh, I miss going to work." Nope, I do not.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, but
So
your human interaction, you wouldn't mind going back to work. That's what I'm saying. I don't need it. I got it.
I'm
I got it
sorry that
back.
I want to do life the way that God intended. Excuse
Okay, that
me.
doesn't exclude
Excuse
other
me.
people. I just want to
I'm not
relax.
hey, I'm not taking nothing away from other people. Anyway, what'd you have for dinner last night? What you had for
Um,
dinner last night? Inside Brit, what you had for
I
dinner last night?
actually had a early I had a big lunch. So I didn't really eat dinner. I had salmon, dumplings, and some arugula. And
Girl, love some salmon. Okay.
yeah, and I love
Okay.
dumplings and I like arugula. So
What
what about you?
how'd you cook that? How'd you cook the salmon?
Skilleted it.
Mm.
Put it on the
Okay.
skillet. Yeah, blackened, if you will. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
a little
I love a
spice.
skillet. Yeah, I love a little blackened salmon. Yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm
then
with
I
it.
put it with my dumplings and then put a little arugula on the side. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
fair
Because, like I
enough.
said, I don't really do a lot of rice because rice doesn't have a lot of fiber. It sticks to you more than like come out. So I be limiting my rice. I don't really get into it because
Okay.
it don't do nothing for me. What about you? What'd you have?
Mm,
What'd y'all have
okay.
over there?
Well, last night, I mean, I went back to one of my old favorites, and I just went back to the nachos. I'm back in nacho. I'm shredding the cheese. Well,
Mm.
Gabby actually made like chili of sort. It's a super big pot of chili, and
Okay.
I said, well, you know, chili, taco soup, whatever. Put some chips on there, re-shredded some cheese, got nachos. So got down with that
Okay.
last
Frito
night. Had
pie?
to no,
That's what it
nachos.
sounds like.
No Fritos were included. Nachos. And I had to put my big old red onion on there, cut some red onion. Cause I was gonna double down on what I had for lunch. Cause what I actually made 2 days ago, I made us a little pastrami. Okay. Got my
Mm.
pastrami, got it seasoned up, had
Mhm.
it let it set for about 12 hours. Okay.
Mhm.
That pastrami ready to go. But I said I'm not gonna double down on my pastrami salad that I had earlier. Go here with the
Okay.
chili. Put some on
Nice.
my stomach, lay it down. So yeah.
Cool.
That's what we had for dinner last night. For sure.
Cool beans, cool beans.
For sure. But we can transition.
I thought you were doing
Shit,
sports.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going straight into sport. Okay.
Let's
I thought the people wanted the word first. We can give them sports first, Britt. We can give them sports first. So last night, I mean, people might be iced in. So I hope some of y'all had a chance to be able to enjoy some of the games and some of the action that was happening. Last night, the Knicks 103 to the Kings 87. All right, so some of these games I be seeing them like y'all didn't want to play, y'all didn't really show up, but the Knicks showed up. Okay, the Knicks definitely showed up and showed out. 28 points for Mikal Bridges and Carl Anthony Towns, really leading,
Hmm.
really leading the push. And
Mhm.
then the Pistons 109 to 107. Okay, that's a game. See, that's the type of games I like to see right there. That's a game. Something
I
worth
tell you, they're
watching.
about to start. The scores are about to start going down. Watch.
Okay, yeah, about to start going down like our views on TikTok. Okay,
Oh,
uh,
what?
well, I'm just saying, the transition and
Yeah, we
everything
have to
like that.
talk about it. You have to give people context.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. The people know. I've seen people talk about it, but we're gonna stay here for sports real quick. Then the Suns 106 to the Nets 102. Shout out to Mark Williams dropping 27 points and Dylan Brooks adding
Mm.
26 points. His
Mm.
name you hear every once in a while. Every time I hear his name, I almost feel like I'm like
It's
y'all trying to rage
drama.
bait people. Yeah, every
Yeah.
time you hear his name, it's not nothing, not nothing
I
necessarily
mean,
get
he's the rage
excited about.
baiter. So,
Well, yeah, that's true
yeah.
too.
I'm like, what?
That boy was in the league, went to China, I think it was, and then they came back. He came back and they signed him. That don't never happen for people, right? That
Mm.
so that was surprising that never happens. 76ers 139 to the Bucks 122. Oh,
Mm.
God, these scores. These scores. Okay. And some other NBA action. We got Oklahoma Thunder 104 to 95. Zion, okay. Zion, we're still looking for you. We still haven't exactly
Go
found
buy
him.
those shoes, guys. His shoes are discontinued. Go buy those shoes.
Yeah, go buy him and put him in a box because that could be a collector's item. You could that could have some value. I mean, it could.
Ah.
Washington Wizards 115 to the Trailblazers 111, and the Clippers 115 to the Jazz 103 to the Jazz 103. And Britt, also what we can't forget about what took place just what yesterday it was. The time seems like it's just passing us by, but there was the East versus West Shrine Bowl. East versus West Shrine Bowl took
Mm.
place the other day.
Mhm.
Yeah. And where is it? Okay, and the final score 21 to 17. Okay, and the West team defeated the East. Hey, people said it's ice out, but they said we don't care. We trying to get to the league. All right, so it was a tough game, and they was having some great practice throughout the weekend. One of the things that I always wonder was like with these all-star games, do these guys even get enough time to really practice? But they was practicing all week, Britt, putting all these players together on the team. They
Mm.
said, hey, we can make it shake. We can make it work. So, man, shout out to the East versus West Shrine Bowl. Shout out to a few of the players. Shad Banks, the linebacker from UTSA, he really came out and he really was showing what he got, showing his versatility. He was highlighted as one of the key defenders. Also, there was Dean Connors from Houston. He's one of the running backs,
All
and he
right,
really stood
Shad.
out.
Mhm.
Showing he can make it what it do. Got that vision on the not on the court, on the field. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Then there's also Skylar Bell from Connecticut. He's a wide receiver, showing great ability and athleticism. But man, shout out to the East versus West Shrine Bowl because it ain't nothing like going after your dream, and especially have an opportunity to go through the season, really ball, or maybe you don't have the season that you desired to have. Shrine Bowl is a great spot, great game, great place to really be able to show what you got. because they had Britt. This is why so many NFL. I was trying to figure out. I was like, why were so many NFL players in the area? I saw the NFLPA. So Mike Vick, Steve Smith, some of these other guys. They were a part of events that were around the Shrine Bowl. So they're giving back, talking to these athletes, and pouring into them in that way. So, man, yeah, it's just great to bring the city together. Rain, sleet, snow, they like the post office. They're going to pull up. So,
Hey,
congrats to
shout
them.
out to the post office. That's where my mama worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, shout out to the post office. But yeah, that's just Speaking Success Sports over here on this side.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Because we were supposed to go to the Shrine Bowl. So,
we
what
were
happened
supposed to go to the
was, so
Shrine Bowl.
Jonathan did his due diligence, and we got our credentials. Whoopty whoopty woo. And then, the snow came down, and could nobody go get the credentials? And then they put it all the way in Frisco.
Man,
So it was just too far away. And honestly, Jonathan, I drove to Marche's house yesterday, and the roads weren't that bad. So, um, the roads
don't
were
tell
not
me,
that
don't tell
bad.
me, don't tell me that now. Do not tell me that now, Brittany Lucky. Do
I
not tell me
thought you
that
would
now.
have tried. I thought you still would have tried. You didn't even. You could have went outside and got some human interaction because the roads were not bad yesterday at all. The highway clear. Your girl was going 75, so
Wow.
75. I
Wow.
didn't see no ice. It was just wet. It
Wow.
just looked like it was a couple days after it rained. That's about it. But
Well,
yeah, when I got to Addison, there, it was some streets had snow, and I was just like, oh dang, ain't nobody coming out the house over here because obviously it hasn't been
yeah,
driven
yeah, yeah,
on.
yeah. For sure.
But highway didn't have an issue with the highways at all.
I
635,
mean, yeah, I
75,
can see that. I can see that.
everything was fine. So,
I mean, but either way, the way it looks right outside my door, and I know that the street looks like this because yeah, we have not driven on it. I mean, yesterday it was looking like it was starting to thaw a little bit, but
hmm
even still, social media doing what social media does. After I seen some of them videos, I was just like, it's not that deep. Like it's not that deep for me to
yeah,
drive clearly across the metro. Nah, I mean, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe it would have been cool, wouldn't have been an issue, but we talking about an hour, and it would have been more than that because, like you said, it's like a little bit of ice, so a little bit of snow, whatever. So I was like,
yeah, yeah.
it's
Have
not
you
that
driven
deep.
anywhere?
No, I ain't moved the car.
Wow. Have you cleaned your car off, or it's melted off already?
No, it's melted. I thought about going outside
Mm.
and starting it.
Yeah, I did it
I'll
yesterday.
do that today just to be safe. But it going outside, I'm like, ooh, like that cold air hit you in the face when you've been inside in that warm heat. Nah, I'm like,
I did my
So
2 cold
yeah.
plunges, okay? I went out there, I did it, I did, I really did. So, my first time I went out there, I had, just, like, t-shirt, leggings, and a hoodie, and I was like, "Okay," because that's when it was, like, the first day, and I was like, "Okay, I just wanna feel the cold," And then so I did
Mm,
that for a little
okay,
bit, and
okay.
then I FaceTime my mom. She's like, "What are you doing outside?" And so I laughed with her and my dad. And then not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I was on the
Mhm.
phone with Priscilla and Shay, and I walked to the gas station because I was like, "Man, Lord, please let this taco place be open. I know they're not open, but they could be open." And so
Uh-huh.
I walked to the gas station, closed, and then I was like, "Well, let me walk to Aldi, see if I
Yeah.
can get some snacks." Closed, and then
Oh.
I walked to El Rancho, the Mexican supermarket, open. So I went to go get some groceries
Mm.
there because the
Okay.
Mexican supermarket will never let you down. I'll let you down that right
Oh.
now. They are open, rain, sleet, or snow.
Get that
So
bread.
loved that, and then walked back home. So I had me a little mile walk in the snow, and I was
Okay.
okay with it. Had my boots on. I
Okay.
did have some slipping. It'll catch me every now and then.
Just
Yeah. Yeah,
oh,
it'll
oh.
catch me every now and then, but, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I went outside, I saw the
Uh-huh.
people outside, I FaceTime, "Hey, hey, hey." I thought Church's Chicken was open. I was like, "Imma get me a two-piece." And then this man, he heard me say two-piece. He said, "Did you just say two-piece?" And I was like, "Yeah, they open." And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "I came out here for the first time and they ain't nobody open." And I was like, "I
Uh,
know." And we were just saying, some chicken would have been real nice. It would have been real nice.
that does
But
sound
Church's
good.
was open because there was a girl in the drive-through. that she was shutting
Uh,
down a register, so they had just closed.
oh,
But I
but
was
wait a
like
minute.
but I was
Oh,
like, "She coulda gave us some chicken."
no, you could have gave me some grace because you got your outside interaction. Hold on, Britt.
You're not going
Hold on.
outside. You're choosing not to go outside.
But wait a minute. That's not the point.
Yes, it is. You're
This
choosing
girl,
not to go
this
outside.
girl done had Brittany's day out. She done went to El Rancho. She done went to the
Mhm.
gas station. Done drove across the
Go
city limits.
outside. Bundle up. Go
Oh,
outside. Y'all, you choosing to stay
but
inside.
no, I'm making a decision for the family because my kids easily get sick.
You don't they
So
don't
if
have to go
I
outside
go
with
out,
you?
but they need it too, Britt. They need something
Well,
too.
bundle them up. Go outside. Everything's
Uh-huh.
melting.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I mean,
Boys.
when I looked outside, I was like, it's starting to.
Yeah,
But
because
when
it
I went
sounded like
down
it was
my
raining, Jonathan. It sounded like it was raining. Sorry, it sounded like it was
oh
raining because my
dang.
my
Yeah.
stairs were melting. And I was like, "What
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah,
that?" So
yeah.
I was
Do,
like,
do, 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 do.
"Yeah."
Like,
I was like,
what
"Wow." I
is
said, "Praise God,
and
though."
did you see that clip of them dudes? I don't know where they were, but they were surfing.
Hmm?
And then after them surfing, icicles froze to their beards. I'm like, what
Oh,
are what are y'all doing?
no.
Like what is really going on?
Well, they were
Like
like
y'all
some
y'all
college kids,
tripping.
probably.
Nah, I don't think they were college kids. I think these were
Oh,
grown men. I was
oh,
like, what in the world are y'all doing? Why are you doing that?
oh,
That's
okay.
yeah, it was different. Anyway.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
Anyway. Mhm, mhm.
Okay, well, anywho, I guess we'll get into straight from the source. So we'll shift gears here. So here we go.
Straight from course. Shifting gears. Okay, so look, today I wanted to talk a little bit about just a little bit about forgiveness, man. And I was thinking about this just because it's one of those things to where like when you hold a grudge and when you hold something against other people, I've heard it said before that it's like it's like you taking poison or holding on to poison, expecting the other person to die. Like it's weird. But anyway, the text that I want to break down today is going to be in Matthew chapter 6, verses 14 and 15. In the verse it reads, for if you forgive other people for their offenses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive other people, then your Father will not forgive your offenses. Right? So we have to be very careful that when we expect grace, when we expect forgiveness, that if we're not extending that to other people, then we shouldn't truly really expect that we get that ourselves. So, like in this text, when we're looking at it, it's like what is Jesus saying? Jesus is saying to us and letting us know that ultimately forgiveness flows, and it doesn't stop with us. But if God's forgiveness has genuinely reached your heart, if you've been impacted by it, you've been allowed to live in this space, in this place of grace and forgiveness being extended to you, why not allow it to move through you to others, right? Because it's never meant to be a cul-de-sac to where it just goes in and then it just stops with you. You got to let it go, because when you're forgiven, you know the power to forgive other people. So here's something to also consider, right? When we think of unforgiveness, it's gonna not only block and gonna hinder your spiritual intimacy, but it's gonna create relational barriers, right? That's gonna be like you building up a wall. And if you're not forgiving other people, then have you ever felt like you had a grudge against somebody? Right? And then maybe you try to get into a relationship, or maybe you try to get to know other people a little bit better, and then you realize it can be really difficult to engage with them in a certain way, to let them in, to really connect with them on a deeper level. And you might be like, well, what was the reason why? What was the issue? Why? Well, the issue is the fact that when you hold something against other people, it's now shutting off a part of you that's not allowing you to go deeper with that other person, right? To let them in, to really be able to connect with them from an open place, because you're too busy being closed off. So think relationship and not thinking like transaction, but just know and realize that God remains loving. But intimacy is disrupted when we cling on to that bitterness, right? So remember that unforgiveness is going to block your spiritual intimacy and it's going to keep you from it's going to keep you and hindering you from really growing and really getting to where you want to be. But the last part is that forgiveness is evidence. It's not a currency, right? This is evidence because the passage isn't saying that forgive so that God will love you, and it's not even saying forgive to earn salvation because that's not what the case is. Because our God that we serve is not a conditional God, right? It's like I do for this, you do for me, I do for you. You do for me, I do for you. No, 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 no. It means at the end of the day that a heart that refuses to forgive has not yet understood how much has been forgiven. So family, as you may have some time inside, as you're sitting looking at this ice, and maybe you might be sitting there looking at, a friend or thinking about a friend or thinking about whoever it might be, somebody who might have harmed you or offended you in some way, shape, or form. But remember, know, and understand that you should forgive. Can it be hard sometimes? Yes, it can be hard. You might have to call upon the Holy Spirit and say, Lord, I don't want to forgive this person because this person hurt me. This person said something that offended me. This person took some money from me, like whatever it might be. But you don't want that to be on your hands, right? So just to bring this thing and wrap it up with a bow, I just want to be clear on what Jesus is not saying here in the text. He's not saying forgiveness ultimately is saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness is not saying that it means to immediately trust somebody. Forgiveness is not reconciliation in unsafe situations, nor does forgiveness equal forgetting. But forgiveness is releasing the rights to revenge, releasing judgment and placing it in the God's hands. Family, at the end of the day, forgiveness is not something for us to withhold. Forgiveness is something for us to release and for us to give. And that's been your straight from the source here today, coming from the book of Matthew. And I just want to share that with you all. If you're enjoying this content, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, but also make sure you to subscribe to the channel here, Speak Your Success Media, so you never miss any of our content. And we're going to go ahead and transition. Producer Britt.
What's up? What's up?
Producer Britt, I want to tell you, I like that hat you got on there. I like that toboggan you got on there.
Thank
That's
you. So, Miss
yeah.
Vicky at the church, she crocheted all of them for the ladies. So, of course, I had to get pink. But
That's love. That's love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mhm,
Shout out to Miss
mhm.
Vicky, the author, the speaker, the
The
poet.
poet.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah. Shout out
Miss
to Miss
Vicky be
Vicky,
doing
man.
her thing.
She do
She
her
said,
thing.
"Retired, still going." Okay, I
I'm,
love
I'm
that for her.
retiring. I'm retiring from one arena, but I'm picking up steam in another. Do you
Yeah,
understand me? Yeah, yeah,
honestly,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's
So,
good.
kudos
I'm
to
here for it.
her. I love that.
I'm here for it.
Mhm. Okay, let me see. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so some of my stories, they were from a little bit yesterday because I was not on the show yesterday. But okay, so first things first. I thought it was kind of crazy that Southwest they end their open seating during the
Mm.
freeze. So it'd be nice if they delayed it a little bit. But Southwest ends open seating this week as assigned seats begin tomorrow, which was yesterday, I believe. Yeah, which
Mm.
was yesterday. Um, I need to talk to someone who was on a Southwest flight. Did you have an assigned seat already? Did you get it? Like, when
Oh,
you bought the ticket, did they
that's
give you an
interesting.
assigned seat? Or when you checked in, did they give you an assigned seat? Because
Mm.
honestly, Southwest, I had no issues.
No issues at
We
all.
loved you, Southwest. And this is just a
Yeah.
PSA for Southwest, okay? So, Southwest, I thought about this and I was like, you were different, Southwest.
Mm.
You were different. And this is how you were different because we got 2 bags for free.
Mm.
And then you got your check and then you got your checked bag. I mean, not your checked bag, and then you got your carry-on bag. And then you
Speak
got your
on it.
personal bag. So you can get
That's true.
4 bags on Southwest for free, okay? And then on top of that, you had no assigned seats, okay? So you were lucky if you got to get into A, but being in B, you were like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. If I check in, I'm in B, I'm good. That B 1 through 31, 31 through 60, I'm good. C, I'm okay. Anything after C, whatever. You're in the back of the plane, you're in the middle seat,
Yeah.
what have you. It does not matter because now you
Yeah.
got 4 bags underneath the plane. And now, what they
True.
do first, Jonathan? They took away the free bags. They
Mm,
took away the seating. So now it's not a free for all anymore. Now they want to be
mm,
more structured. And right now, Southwest, I'm sad because everyone
mm,
used to justify the fact that, oh yeah, I'm going Southwest, and everybody, oh, okay, well my ticket probably an extra 50, 75, $100, but that's okay because why? I get 4 bags for free. And
mm.
Southwest, I just want to let you know, now you just like everybody else. And you don't matter anymore. You're just like everybody else.
No, not you don't matter anymore. We got some comment over in the chat. We got something from Mr. Jason Robinson, H1E. He said, "Good morning." He said, "You pick your seat when you purchase your flight." That's good information to know, sir.
Okay.
Good
So
morning.
that's
Good morning.
how, good morning, Jason. So I don't understand how, I just don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean,
How do you feel about it, Jonathan? How you feel about it?
it is interesting though, because Southwest has always been a trailblazer in their own right. Way back in the day, Britt, when you used to buy a ticket at Southwest, this is before our time, but when you used to
Mm-hmm.
buy a ticket, they used to give you a handle. They used to give you a little bottle, okay, with your ticket purchase. Back in the
What?
day,
I did not know that.
Southwest used to get down. But now I don't understand either, right? Because I didn't have an issue with the assigned with the non-assigned seats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if
Mm-hmm.
I knew if I bought my ticket early, then I can be closer to the front of the plane, right? Just off the purchase,
Mm-hmm.
on the boarding order. And Southwest, I liked it, right? I like getting on the plane, being like, okay, where's my seat gonna be today? Like it's kind of a fun challenge in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm being in the back of the plane. Well, I should have got there earlier. I shouldn't have went to
Mm-hmm.
Whataburger. But
Mm-hmm.
Southwest, this was unnecessary. Okay. And now with the assigned seats, are y'all gonna charge more for the seats? Are you gonna because Britt, some people be charging more when you want a different seat. Southwest, what are we thinking? Is this a
Uh,
cash grab? What are
So
we doing?
so
Which
it
one?
is like every other airlines where you're paying for more leg room. This
Mm,
seat has more amenities to it, and
ah,
I'm used to that when you go American.
mm.
And honestly, I've never flown Delta. I've never flown anything but American and Southwest, and
Really?
so
You with
yeah,
you with
I'm an
these
American
standards, with
girl
these I
in a
never do's is
Southwest
wild.
world. What do you say?
I said, you with these I never do's is wild. Some of these I never do's I've heard you say, I'm like, what?
I
You've
never
never flown
have.
another is it just because like preference or
I
like
think it's
what?
preference, but American, they can fly anywhere. Anywhere they
Mm,
need to go. Southwest, they get me where I need to be.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Um
what you're saying is Southwest needs to go ahead and cover this segment. Southwest, go ahead,
so
send us some buddy
yeah,
pass, send
because
us some
we
little
managing.
tickets, and we'll give you a new review on your system. We have no
Mm-hmm.
issue doing that, but
That is true. So
yeah.
yeah, for the tall people out there, y'all gotta pay if you want to. You could pay for extra leg room. You could do that if you want. But or you just get a regular seat.
Jammed up. We be
Yeah.
jammed up in there.
Yeah. Now I
Okay.
will say, like on American, I have paid like the extra like 75, $80 for a better seat only because it comes with, extra amenities. And I'm okay with
Mm,
that with American because that's just
okay.
what they are. But Southwest, I loved you, girl. And I don't know if I
Mm,
love you anymore. I'm
mm.
sad.
Oh, forgive.
Yeah. Let me
Forgive.
move on. I gotta move on. I gotta move on.
Yeah, we gotta forgive.
Okay, so Detroit Pistons legend Isaiah Thomas says he spent all his NBA money to pull family
Mm.
out of poverty who were still on the south side of Chicago. So before I get into this, Jonathan, how do you feel just about the headline? How do you feel about
I'm not a fan of the headline. I'm not a fan. This is one of those things. It's like, same story. Like, I mean,
it?
yeah, one person makes it and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, but I owe it to everybody to pull him out the hood.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, you don't. No,
You
no,
don't?
you don't. It's not your job. Because
Uh-huh.
your parents and the people who raised you,
Uh-huh.
they're making a decision to invest what they invest into you to just help the next generation get out. Okay.
Okay.
it's not required for you to pull the next generation after you out. Like just give, 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 give.
Mhm.
Slight pivot, but it still applies. Jermaine Dupri said, "Never give somebody something that they didn't ask for." And when Jermaine Dupri said that, I said, "Now that's good. Say more, Jermaine." He like when you give people money and you give people cars and you give
Mhm.
people all this stuff that they didn't
Mhm.
ask for, they're never gonna value it, and that applies here. Like Isaiah. Well, let's hear the story. Let's
Okay,
hear the
so
story.
Thomas shared that
Yeah.
instead of spending big on himself, he focused on stabilizing loved ones, getting them out of unsafe situations, and creating a better foundation for their future. Growing up on the South Side, he said he knew without basketball, his family circumstances might not have changed, and
Mm,
that reality shaped. How he handled his money once he made it. He also emphasized that support wasn't just about handing out cash. Thomas said he encouraged family members to become self sufficient, including
okay.
offering internships through his businesses to his nieces, nephews, cousins, and also, nieces, nephew, cousins, so they could build real life skills and not depend on him long term. Even with all the championships and success, Thomas has made it clear that what mattered to him most wasn't about what he could buy. It was about what he was able to do for people. So
Mm.
what you think?
Yeah, for one, they rage baiting because the article cancels out what it says in the headline. It says he spent all his money,
Right.
all his NBA money to put the
Right.
family out of poverty. Come
Right.
on, y'all. But I mean, in that case, giving them internships and doing jobs and business, I hope that this is something that they were asking for,
Mhm.
right? Because if
Mhm.
not, then they're gonna come into business and do whatever up in the business because they're gonna feel a level of entitlement. So yeah, I mean, kudos to him putting the family on. But like I
Mhm.
said before, I hope that this is something that they wanted, and I hope that they do right by him. What
Got
what
it.
what you thinking though? What's your feelings? What's your thoughts?
I feel like yes, it's not his responsibility, and this comes with anybody that comes with like this amount of success, multi-million dollars.
Hmm.
I think you take care of your immediate family and move on, and that's it. I mean, I'm not sitting there trying to pick up every single person in my entire family, but
Yeah.
you know, if you were there for me, I'm gonna be there for you, and it's just one of those
Hmm.
things. I got it. I can help. Here you go. Don't ask me no more. I'm moving forward.
Uh, but then also here's the other part, right? The
Mhm.
immediate family. Every day they should be getting up, going to work. Somebody should have went to school. Somebody should have gotten a trade. So the same amount of time that Isaiah Thomas had to craft his skill and invest his time in getting better for the NBA,
Mhm.
his family had that same time. Maybe not opportunity like going to the league, but anybody can get a trade. I can go out here today and get a trade and learn how to, do something with steel or do something with plumbing or whatever it might be. So we also can't negate that fact either. And
Yeah,
I
I
think a lot of
mean,
times that's something gets passed over.
right. And people know you got somebody going to the league, they will become lazy
Yeah.
because obviously, they think they're about to get that check. So the comment, some of the
Yeah.
comments were funny. Some of the comments were like Michael Jordan would never survive. Someone said survivor's remorse. Everybody can't
Yeah,
go with, Dr.
that's
Ulmer,
true.
everybody can't go with you.
Mm.
So that whole
Yeah,
situation as well. So to each his own. It's your money. You want to pull your family out. You got your nieces, nephew, uncle, everybody working for you, doing
for sure.
internships. You're teaching them life skills. That's great.
Mm.
But ultimately, it's technically not your responsibility. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm with that. I'm with that.
okay.
So
So I found this is all these are all one day ago. Okay, so in Costco, um, I guess the ticket sales are down for the Kings. So they're selling upper level tickets.
mm.
Yeah, in pairs at Costco.
Okay.
$60.
Okay. Well,
What do you
okay.
think's
What
up?
what what you thinking? What you thinking?
It's a good way to advertise.
I
It's
was
a good
about to
way.
say that's innovative
That's a
marketing. Everybody
good
love
way to
Costco.
everybody love Costco. And
Y'all can
they right for putting them
yeah.
tickets in there. And you get
Y'all
two
can
tickets
say
for
what you want to say.
$60. You're gonna be in the
Say
nosebleeds, but I guess you're there at the game.
g- get that experience. You in Costco, you a super saver. You trying to
Mm-hmm.
buy in bulk, get you some tickets in bulk. Right? I don't see nothing wrong with it. I like it. I
Okay.
like it. I approve this message.
You
Costco, shout out
approve.
to you.
You're down
Costco
with
got
it. Okay.
Costco got the snacks, and Costco can get you in there seeing the scores. You understand me? Shout out to Costco,
They
okay?
used to do I don't know if they still do it. You could buy your movie tickets there too.
I did not know that was that. I know they be trying to sell you into a new shower, get you a new bathroom
Oh,
done.
of course, absolutely. But yeah, you
Yeah.
can get your movie tickets there and you probably get 'em
Mm,
cheap because you get two for I don't know,
mm.
$24, probably $30 now. I don't know. The movies is expensive. The movies is
Really?
ex Do you know
What
how okay,
is it the theater you're going to, or is it just the movies in general? What are we talking about, Britt?
it's
Mm.
the nah, it's all movies. All the
Okay.
movies are yeah, all the movies are expensive. Cause two people go to the movies, that's $40. That's tickets.
Mm,
We
mhm.
35, $40 right there. And
Out the
then a
gate.
girl a girl like me, I live by the theater. So you're gonna charge me online. I'm gonna go buy my ticket
Oh,
at the theater. And
oh
then
my
I'll
goodness, you're that person? I'm not gonna pay
yep,
for
I'ma
that little
save my
fee?
$2. Surely is.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So
god.
I'm going up the street. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that morning or that day, I'm going to get my movie ticket and then I'm coming back home doing what I gotta
Old
do,
school
and then
old school,
meet y'all back
old
at the
school.
movies. Yes. And then
Mm.
when you get there,
Yeah.
okay, you get a water, you get popcorn. Popcorn $10, Jonathan. Popcorn,
Popcorn is $10, and then don't get the special edition situation. You paying like
that's a $20
$25. Yeah.
bowl. Yes.
You you breaking the pockets, breaking the bank with that one.
So I go to Cinnanopolis, and so that's $10 refillable. You
Okay.
never refill it. Okay, that's $10 off rip. Then you
Refillable, you
got
never refill it.
you never refill it. It's just a money grab. And then on top of that, you get your water. You might want
Okay.
something other than water. You might want a soda. I would tell you now, soda. That's $5 right
And
off.
if you
So
get
you
the
at
frozen
$15
situation,
already plus
get the frozen
plus the
Coke,
40.
frozen Coke by
Frozen
8.
Coke, that's
Eight.
$8.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So we
yeah.
can just hike that up to 10.
Nice.
So yeah, and then on top of
Didn't
that, I'm a person that eats at the movie theater if I didn't eat dinner. So
mm,
now you're looking at about 60, 70. You might as well just call it $100 at the movie theater. And that can be
man.
by yourself.
A 100 nah, hold on, wait, Britt. 100 by yourself is crazy work.
Okay, maybe $60 by yourself
A
because I've
100
done it
by
before.
because if
I've
you
done
I
it
was about to
before. I've
say,
done $60 by myself
man.
at the movie theater.
Well,
Yes.
either way, I'm not above sneaking food into the movie theater, okay? Because sometimes they don't have
Oh,
what I
me
want,
either.
and if I'm craving for like a Five Guys situation, I
Mhm.
will bring my whole situation into the movie theater, okay? Y'all
Mm.
let us know down below how much y'all paying to get into the movies, right? Let us know in the comments because I'm curious too. But yeah, I'm getting my Five Guys classic double cheeseburger with my
Mhm.
raw onions. I'm getting what I want,
I
okay?
got you.
I'm getting what I want. It's on you.
Cool. Okay, so Jonathan, this is a question for you. Okay, so this is Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. Okay,
Mm,
revealed that he only sees his 1-year-old son Jack. The oh my gosh, what a cliche name, Jack, for
yeah.
roughly 30 minutes per week when he works from home on Thursdays during the season. I try to get home pretty quick to like what? I try to get home pretty quick to they did this quote wrong. To be there for him, he has to go to bed at a certain time, so he only has about
Mm,
30 seconds. I mean, he only has about a couple minutes with him before he goes to
wow.
sleep. So, as a father of two sons,
Mhm.
and you work and you're an entrepreneur and how do you balance? How do you balance spending more time with your sons? How do you balance not spending a lot of time with your sons? And how do you do that?
For sure. Yeah, so there is no balance. I mean, people can say what they wanna say. There is no there's no balance with this. And I mean, kudos to him making it to the Super Bowl and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's like him in the position that he's in,
Mm-hmm.
that demands so much time,
Right.
right? That demands so much. Got to prepare here, offense, defense, whether the scheme, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the other part is it just depends on like what's his philosophy. For me, I don't want to, and I've told you this offline. I don't want to accomplish the world, but then look at my family and my kids hate me, and my wife is like, "You wasn't never here," and whatever else, right? So for me, 30 minutes a week is not justifiable for me, right? For
Right.
me, I would feel beyond guilty. I feel guilty leaving my house sometimes. I feel guilty leaving my house sometimes and leaving my wife with both my sons. And I'm like, dang, I got to go to work. but I gotta go to work. If I'm home, then I'm, then I'm gonna make adequate time to be with my boys the majority of the time, the majority of the day. And
Mhm.
then from that point, then what I'll do, then I'll get it in at nap time. So I get on my laptop at nap time. As soon as they go to sleep, then I'm back on my laptop. But with them, the majority of the day, I'm gonna lock in some time with my boys. I mean, I got to.
Lovely.
Yeah, I got to. What do you think, Rick? What do
I don't
you
know, I don't
think?
have kids.
Unbiased
I've
opinion. You can still voice your opinion.
I think I'm one of those people. I'm a workhorse, and if you
Mm,
have that type of team, if you have that type of, I mean, not team, if you have that type of relationship, marriage, what have you, you know what you got into. Your head coach,
true.
he gone, he gone. So
She definitely knows what
gotta
she
do
got
what you,
into.
yeah, gotta do what you gotta
Yeah, she
do.
knows what she got into
So
for sure.
he
Mhm.
gone. She hold the fort down. He got the kiddo. I mean, she got the kiddos. I don't know if they have more than one kid, but she got the kid, the
Mhm.
kiddos, and
I'm with it.
that's why the athlete. Well, I won't say. I'm gonna say head coach wives. They they get a lot of um, praise because
Oh,
yeah, they
yeah,
get a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
praise because of their hours and it's so demanding, like you were saying. So kudos to
For
them.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody in the but that's the thing. Anybody in the athletic field, if it's head coach, if it's athletes, wives, like all of them, like
Mm-hmm.
they putting in some serious work, man. So
Yeah.
shout out to them. The
Yeah.
truth unfolded. Shout out to you. Good morning. We see
Good
you in the
morning, Truth Unfolded.
comments. We see
Okay,
you.
so you know who this is, right?
Yeah, I know who that
Making
is.
money off not saying anything. Yeah, I should have went into something
Man,
else because this is wild.
man.
So the most followed creator on TikTok, Mr. Lamb, with more than 160 million followers, has finalized a $900 million deal with U.S. company Rich Sparkle
Ooh.
Holdings. Okay, giving
Ooh.
the firm executive exclusive commercial rights to his brand for the next 36 months. The partnership is designed to
Mm.
plug um Lame's is that his name? Okay. Lame's massive cross-platform audience of more than 360 million into Rich Sparkle's full chain system for manufacturing to logistics to digital storefronts. The goal is to be bold, okay? Up to
Mm.
$4 billion in annual sales.
Mm.
Um,
Mm. Bri
yeah, the deal also includes the use of AI in his likeness to expand multilingual content with campaigns across beauty, fragrance, and apparel. From factory worker to global brand in 6 years. He used to be a factory worker, now he's a global brand, and now the boy just did a $900 million deal. So, and
Jesus.
he didn't say anything in any of the videos. He's just
Jesus.
hey, if you
I
have content out there, guys, post it, okay? This right
my
here
God.
should just make you want to post anything and everything online because you never know who's going to pick it up. You never
That's
know who's
true.
gonna see it.
That's
You
true.
don't know if it's gonna go viral.
Mhm.
You never know. And
Yeah.
like I said at the end of the story, factory worker turned global brand. Okay,
Oh,
so not global, not national, global. This man is known
world,
everywhere for
world.
not saying anything in any of these videos, which is crazy. I have not heard him talk since. I haven't heard
I
him talk once.
I've never heard him talk, but I've seen he even had products in Walmart at one point, had a product line at Walmart. But the thing
Crazy.
thing that's really crazy is so often people are in an uproar about, about people not getting their just due or not getting what their value. My
Mhm.
boy said 900 million is the number. And you got 36 months with me. Y'all better make it make sense for y'all. Okay. And
Yeah.
it sounds like they getting what they need to get out of the deal too, but
Mhm.
900 million, he's still coming out on top because you can invest
Absolutely.
1% of that into anything, and then that thing can multiply. Oh God,
Yeah.
man, kudos, man, kudos to him. I'm happy for him,
Yeah, me
especially him being
too.
a factory worker. And I used to do inventories, Britt, so I used to be in Neiman Marcus's factory stores and all these other
Mhm.
different places in these warehouses, and that's tough. So for him
Right.
to parlay that into being a
Kudos to you,
world
black
name.
man. You go, black man. You go.
Hey, Keep it
Did your
going, man.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, you did your thing. That's for sure.
Okay, I saw that this was kind of important. Okay, so the Texas Supreme Court ruled Texas law schools are no longer required to be accredited by the American Bar Association. A move I looked it up, Jonathan. Yes. A move driven by a DEI section with associates approval procedures. Okay, so this is how it goes, Jonathan. So right here it says the Texas Supreme Court has ruled that the law schools in the state are no longer required. Oh, I lost my story. Are no longer required to be accredited by the ABA, the American Bar Association. The
Hmm.
decision signed by all 9 justices on January 6th comes admin broader efforts to reduce diversity, equity, and inclusion requirements in education. Some critics warn the change, yes, could limit graduates' ability to take the bar exam in other states if their
Hmm.
school is not ABA accredited. So you
Okay.
can go to law school in Texas, try to take the bar somewhere else, and it not be recognized.
That's
So
true.
San Antonio attorney Bobby Barea, who has practiced law for over 40 years, said that the ruling represents a major shift, but may not have significant long-term effects. He argued that the ABA's accreditation standards have moved away from the core legal education. Yeah. Core legal education towards social and diversity requirements, which increases costs for schools. While St. Mary's School of Law, the only law school in San Antonio, plans to keep the ABA accreditation. The
Hmm.
ABA and several Texas law schools have voiced opposition to the ruling.
Hmm.
Crazy, right? Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah, it's real weird.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because I mean I understand how that process works because my dad went through that process and my dad
Mm-hmm.
is an attorney.
Right.
And he's barred in the state of Louisiana, but at the same time, like we've said time and time again, as we see
Mm-hmm.
different careers are popping up everywhere and different people are doing different things, but for somebody to be a content creator, we're
Mm-hmm.
not going to push back on what it takes for them to be a content creator. But for
Mm-hmm.
somebody to be, some of these terminal degrees like a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, there should be something in place to
Yeah,
where it's
definitely.
challenging for you to take this test or do whatever these requirements are for you to become a lawyer, an
Mm-hmm.
attorney.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to have people's lives literally in your hands when you go to court on somebody's defense or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it might be. So I'm not a fan of this at all because this is crazy. Like
Yeah.
you like legit playing with people's lives at this point.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't have to be certified. You can just go here and do that, and you can represent these people. There's going to be a money grab for some people, I believe, on the front end, but then on the other side, it's just like, why who asked for this?
Right.
Like who asked
Absolutely.
for this?
Okay, okay, real quick. Okay, real quick. Okay, it's not funny, but it's a
Oh,
horrible situation.
oh.
So I just got to get into it real quick because I watched a documentary about this and I was like, oh my gosh, it actually came true. So a Florida couple sues fertility center after an IVF error, which led to the baby not being biologically related to either parent and clearly not white. Okay.
Mm.
So what happened, I'll just say it in short. So what happened is that the doctor inserted her with the wrong baby. And then it could possibly be other patients, Jonathan.
Oh.
So now
Y'all going
now
to
they
y'all
have to
going to
like
school. Why we don't what is going on? Y'all went to school for years on year. Y'all got a degree, you got another degree, and they got another degree. What is going on? What is going on here? Like, Britt, this ain't messing up an order. This ain't, oh, my bad. You didn't want cheese, you didn't want onions, you didn't want pickles. My bad. I'll redo it. You can't put this one back in there. You can't take this back in the kitchen. That's not how this works.
the baby. Yeah. So, and
Oh,
I know. So it's like, do you reach out to those parents and give that baby to the parents? Because that's not their baby at all. And it's just the IVF. They already make it.
oh,
It's already made. The baby's already made. She's just an incubator.
And such a precious. If that's the actual baby, that's such a precious little
I
baby
know
right
that's what I
there.
said too. I was like, that's why I gotta show it because the baby's so cute. If that's the baby, I don't know if that's the
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah, yeah. AI, you don't know what is what now.
Okay, speaking of AI, we were just talking about this offline.
Oh
So,
man.
Jonathan, give me a little context about it. AI, what do you do?
Oh man. Okay, so from what I know, AI was paid to go to Australia, and he was paid to show up at an event. You know how these events typically go. You know, they pay people to come out to
Mm-hmm.
drive traction to the event, get the
Mm-hmm.
fans, get the kids excited. But then
Battling
AI didn't
cancer
do.
charity event. Battling cancer charity event. Okay,
Oh,
keep going. Uh-huh.
that's even worse.
I
Wait, that's
know.
so worse.
It's
That's
just
so worse.
keep going. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is what the criticism. I'm not even gonna say what it said. It said it was a she show, complaining that he was consistently late to events and
Mm-hmm.
said very little when asked about his impressions of the country. AI, if they bring you there, you're supposed to big them up. You're supposed to speak about the event. You're supposed to speak well. They paid you Allen Iverson. They paid you big money to be there. Okay. So the
Okay, and then
people need
some
you to
okay, and so some
go
of the
ahead. Go ahead.
families were told the kids would spend time with him, ask questions, and get items signed. Instead, Iverson reportedly stayed in the room for hours, and his security told the families he was having a bad day and didn't want to come out.
Oh.
Now, I will say I had my AI experience because I went to the Big Three when Ice Cube came here, and I was super excited. I saw Dr. J, I saw LL, I saw Ice Cube, I saw Chauncey Billups, I saw Gary Pay, I saw everybody. I was so excited.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
AI was supposed to be playing on the last 10.
Mm.
Everybody excited. Everybody excited. Whoa,
Mm.
blah, 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 blah. Oh my God.
Mm.
No, he didn't show up. He didn't show up, and he
Oh,
got fired the next day. So I
um,
was upset. Yeah. So when the big three went to Houston that next day, AI wasn't there. Ice Cube put out a like a message like saying like he's
mm,
no longer a part of the big three situation, and I was like, good, because everybody
mm.
in that arena was excited, and I
Dang.
was like, I'll never get to see him play. So to see him play now, this would be so cool. And no. So
That's
yeah, he a
that's real
sucker.
tough.
That's for sure. He a sucker.
That's real
I
tough
agree.
because I mean, so here's my thing, Britt. I'm gonna say this. So one, it said one family reportedly drove 6 to 7 hours for the event,
Mm-hmm.
only for the experience to be disappointing. But then the other part is he didn't even speak directly to the children at a charity event in Melbourne for the kids battling cancer. Like, AI, we get it, bro. We get it. Like, you're a human. We get it. But for you to sign on that contract and for you to accept it, were you having a bad day when you accepted that check?
Probably.
It don't matter. It
Right.
don't matter. Bro, just show up for long enough to you're Allen Iverson. You have created a culture. Because Britt, I just got through watching the documentary. Brother has created a culture of letting
Uh-huh.
people be themselves and operating in that. So knowing that you have created and brought up all these people who
Uh-huh.
want to be around you, want to see you, want to talk to you, want to get autographs, want to engage, bro, just put on a smiley face for a couple of hours, for a couple of days.
And I don't even think it's putting on for a couple of days. I think it's the fact that you should be doing this out the kindness of your heart, because whether the kids had cancer or not, there are people that look up to you. There's someone that's looking up to you. And it's
Mm.
just like, do you care? And it's just
Mm.
like, do you have that in your heart? Like, do you care? Like, if you don't
Mm.
care, don't do the event and don't take the money. You just what his Reeboks
That's true.
deal just got released. He got money. So like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah.
issue here.
Got money.
So yeah, we're not talking about money, we're not talking about checks, we're not talking about any of that. It's the fact that you just don't care, and it
God.
shows, that you don't care, and that's not fair to people that drove 6 hours. It's not fair to the people that put on
Mm.
the event. It's not fair to even the team, even your team around you, that they have to plan all this stuff for you,
Mm.
and then you just sit in the room and say you had a bad day. I
That's
don't
true.
know, you got to be 50 something, right? Grow up.
Oh, dang. And
Like,
and
that's your job at this point.
man,
That's your
mhm.
job. And
That is
so it's
true.
like, do your job. Do your job. That's all we're asking. Do your job. Shake some hands. Kiss some babies.
Yeah.
Do your AI thing and get
Mm.
out of there and put a smile on your face. I
That's
understand like celebrities, they don't want to be in the limelight all the time, but just had the head coach and he can't see his son all the time. It's what you signed up for. And
It's
it
what you signed
signed
up
up for.
for, Britt.
Yeah.
It's what you
Go
and
ahead.
then the other part is this. So I got 2 other
Mm-hmm.
cents on this. The
Mm-hmm.
other part is you're the vice president of Reebok. So now you're making Reebok look bad because you want to have a bad day.
Yeah.
And I get it. Have a bad day. Britt have a bad day sometime. I have a
Mm-hmm.
bad day sometime. But guess what? We still show up to work.
Right.
Hello. We still behind the mics.
Right.
We still here. Okay, so there's that. But then Andrew Bogut, he's from Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and Andrew Bogut was like, this ain't the first time that this has happened. Like, people have paid big dollars to see other NBA talent come out,
Mm-hmm.
other
Mm-hmm.
big name people. He's like, it's a cash grab, and
Right.
he's offended for of course his country, right,
Mm-hmm.
for his people, because of course he had the opportunity to go to the league, and I'm sure Andrew Bogut would show up and do different events like this, but either way, it's like
Yeah.
AI. This is what you signed up for, bro. Just follow through with it.
I feel you.
Just follow through with it.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
yeah.
Okay, my last story here, kind of like what we talked about with Isaiah Thomas. Tracy Morgan saw one of his friends struggling, homeless, woo woo woo, and he said, I don't want to play the clip because I can't. But he said, don't talk to me like I owe you something. You see your friend homeless on the street. What you doing, Jonathan? What you doing?
Ooh, Brit. Okay. See my friend homeless on the street. I mean, I give him something, but also like with the
And
context of this clip.
keep in mind, Tracy Morgan got $90 million from Walmart.
Wait, what did he get $90 million from
He was
Walmart
in an
for?
accident. He was in an accident.
Oh, that was that. That was that. Okay, but either way though, either way, like I think we're in a time now to where
Mm-hmm.
people are feeling really entitled to other people's money. Like we gotta be honest.
Speak
People
on
out
it.
here like get your hand out my pocket. Like, what are you doing? Even if he did just get $90 million from Walmart for an accident, his
Years ago,
friend
years
ain't.
ago, years ago, years ago, though.
I mean,
Years
yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
years ago. But his friend ain't entitled to that, right? Even if we grew up together, if I feel at the kindness of my heart that I want to give you something, whatever I give you, you should be happy with that. You don't know what kind of bills I got over here. You don't know what we working with. You don't know what projects we investing in.
Mm-hmm.
Because so often, Britt, we've seen actors, we've seen athletes, we've seen other people invest so much money into different places, or even people have ultimately taken advantage of them and they came up short. So he might need to hold on to as much as that he need to hold on to just for the legacy of the family. But
Mm-hmm.
nah, man, nah, I'm not entitled to give you anything. If I want to give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you, and it's gonna be no strings. But other than that, nah, I ain't entitled. What you thinking though? What's your feeling? I want to hear this.
I agree. Like, hey, it's my money. I made it.
It's
I held
mine.
it. Yeah,
I
it's
spent it.
mine. I spent it.
I'm
Yeah,
riding around.
I'm
I'm
around.
getting
I'm getting it.
it. I'm
Okay,
riding around. I'm getting it.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah. Same situation. I don't have too much to say about it. I feel like, yeah, keep your hands on my pocket. Keep your eyes on my bank account. That's about
Mm.
it.
Yeah,
That's really it.
but the only thing I'll say is just be respect. I mean, I don't know how they got to in this clip because it seemed like it's a high octane clip, but
Right.
also if you're the person with the bread, like let's just still be respectful of people. Like let's just
Mhm.
communicate in a respectful way. Like I said, I don't know the context of how this clip got to where it got, but I see
Mhm.
Tracy Morgan say, "Hey, don't talk to me like that." So
Mhm.
hey, watch how you handle people on both sides. We're all humans in this thing
Okay,
called.
last one, Jonathan. Just popped up. Okay, so we know that TikTok is now owned. Some of it is owned by the U.S. Okay,
Mm,
so the CEO still owns about 19% of it, and then it's cut into 15% into four other companies. Okay, so
man.
I had some issues with TikTok. I didn't think that I would be saying this, but I was censored, guys. So I did a story on Gen Z and alcohol, and it was talking about how Gen Z's not drinking alcohol, and that's their wellness, and
Hmm.
Ebony was saying that it's a new flex and all this and all this good stuff. Kudos to Gen Z, what
Yeah, for
about those
sure.
millennials though? What y'all doing? So
Ooh, shots fired.
I'm a
Ooh,
millennial, so it's fine.
yeah. Ooh, yeah.
But it's just the fact that I was censored for that post. And I was like, what did I say? What did I do? If
Mhm.
anything, I thought it was something good because I'm reporting that they're not drinking. So
Mm.
I was a little thrown off by that. Then I posted, so we use a program called Opus Clips. If you don't know, now you do. We use Opus Clips, and you can automatically post. It automatically posts your clips to social
Mm,
media.
mhm.
So TikTok, Instagram, whatever, whatever. And so what happened, Jonathan? I'm like, hold on, why are all my videos zero? I'm not saying I get 1,000 views per video, but I'm just
Mm.
saying like 20. I started at 20, at least at 20. So I'm like, okay, 20 views here,
Yeah,
50
yeah.
there, 100. Okay, okay. But like for like 2, 3 hours, Jonathan, it was like
Mm,
zeros. And I was like, I
mm,
know my video is not that bad. I know
mm.
that. Okay.
Oh,
And so I was like, I
no.
know it's not me. And then we talked this morning before we went on air, and you kind of shared the same situation. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because typically, because we do a daily show, and
Mm-hmm.
we posted a good handful of clips. So typically, by the time I hop on TikTok to check notifications, we got probably like 50 likes,
Uh-huh.
5, 10 followers, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hopped on there, Britt. I just saw ones across the board.
Mm-hmm.
One, one like, one comment.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? And then at the top, seeing it saying, TikTok is currently having some issues, and I'm like, oh, here we go with this. So it's like the Instagram saga. It's like, what's happening with social media in 2026, Brid? What's
I
going
know.
on?
Okay,
What?
so
Yeah.
right here, according to CNBC, here we got TikTok users in the U.S. are deleting the app at a much higher rate following the company's announcement that it is now operated by Americans. Okay,
Mm,
the backlash appears to be driven by user how you say it?
skepticism.
Skepticism. Okay,
Mhm.
and confusion around the joint venture. Okay. We all know that Adam Presser is now the executive CEO. We heard about that, but many users were prompted to accept an updated privacy policy. Remember when I was like, you open the app and that privacy policy that popped
Oh, yeah,
up?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
It,
that
it,
was
it
that was
popped
the
up.
new one.
Mhm.
So which
Okay.
collected the data that we talked about. Well, I talked about it offline when I just recorded my shows individually, but it was saying now they do the immigration status, your religion, your health, your mental health, your physical health, and it's getting to all this data. And then
Mm.
on top of that, people are fearing about the censorship, which I just experienced. Creators have also reported technical issues, including outages and failed video uploads, further fueling distrust. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on TikTok. I'm gonna have to
Oh,
move to fan base. I
man.
posted some videos on fan base the other day,
Uh,
Jonathan. So I
did
was like,
you?
I
Did you?
did. Yeah, I
Isaac Hayes, the
did.
third. She getting active on fan
And so
base.
I was like, I
Uh-oh.
can't. I was like, oh no.
Oh,
Because
Isaac Hayes, has this been a plot for you the whole time? Plot
because
twist isn't hers. What is going on?
I was just like, I can't. I was like, I can't believe that this is actually happening and it's messing up. I know,
Mm,
like, cool, Instagram, we get it. Mark Zuckerberg came in, bought everything, made it weird, and then now it is. But that's just Mark and himself. Like, that's what he be doing.
mm,
But TikTok, I thought we had something good. Now we don't.
man,
Now we
had
don't.
something good. TikTok,
TikTok
Southwest.
Southwest.
What's going on? What's next? What's like? Where do we go, man? So,
NBA
so
tickets in a grocery store. What's happening?
Oh, even though that's one
That's
of those
good
things that
though,
you're
though.
happy to see. Yeah, that's one of those things like, oh, cool. I'm getting my produce and I'm gonna get my tickets. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Let's
That's
rock.
right.
Let's rock and roll. But
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know, Britt.
So
I don't know.
I know it's Wellness Wednesday. We didn't talk about anything wellness. I hope you enjoyed those stories. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I hope you take something away,
Oh
share some
man.
information with someone. Pass it what do they say? Was it pass it forward? Yeah. Is it pass it forward?
Oh,
Or move it
what is it?
pull it?
Move it forward.
Pass it
Pass it
forward.
on. Pass it forward is a thing,
I think
but
it's
I don't know.
pass it. Pass
It
it
sounds
forward?
right.
Move it forward? I don't know. But
Mm,
move it forward. Pass it forward. Okay? Whatever. Yeah.
yeah, it's
What you
one of
got?
those things.
Oh, it's Wellness Wednesday. You working out? You going out? What you doing?
Wellness. So the other day we did some stretches.
Push ups,
Today we
sit
will
ups?
run it back. We'll run it back, and I'm probably going to chase my son around the house. We'll do that. Uh,
Mm.
and then also I'm going to do some push ups today. I'm gonna do some
Okay.
push-ups. I'm gonna do some push. As soon as we get off the call, I'm doing push-ups.
We
Okay.
need that recorded because we don't know what
I'm
you're
gonna
doing on
do
Wellness
some.
Wednesday. So can you
I'm
record
gonna
that,
do
please?
some push-ups.
Yeah.
Okay. I will
Post
commit to
that,
doing some
please.
push-ups. Getting that. Okay. Because all I showed myself was eating snacks lately, and since the company that I
Yeah,
posted
we
eating the snack.
saw.
Okay, great. But the company they comment on the post. I sent them a DM. Please believe it. I was like, hey, what's up? Like, let's get this partnership going. Like,
Hey,
let's not
let's
play with
do it.
this. Like, let's
Let's
make
not
it
play
real.
with this.
As I'm looking in my pantry, I'm like, what other snacks do we have? Okay, what else are we about to do here? Because since the freeze has happened,
Hmm.
they interacted with me with this
Okay.
snack company.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of the Giving Keys? The company where they make the necklaces and they put stuff on the keys.
No, Jonathan.
Okay, well, hey, it's a big thing. It was a whole movement. It still is. I rock with the
Okay.
Giving Keys. I got my key.
Okay.
They followed one morning. I woke up. They followed me. I was like, "What's going on?" Giving Keys. Okay, I'm here. I owe y'all a message. So yeah, man, we're about to. Hey, coming out of this pandemic of a snowstorm, we're about to come out with a partnership. You
Stop
understand
saying
me?
pandemic. It's just a freeze.
Free
Jeez.
Mr. Freeze, cold knees. Look at these. Whatever. Speaking of which, before we get out of here, we're about to get out of here. But Britt, I want to play a quick game with you. I want to just see if
Oh,
you can do
okay.
it.
Okay.
Is
I could do anything. Through
Okay, well,
Christ
we're
that
about to see
strengthens me.
after this.
Okay.
We're about
Okay.
to see
Yeah.
after this. Okay, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds,
Okay.
and I want you. Yeah, I can do anything. Let me set a 30-second timer on
I can do
here.
anything
Okay.
through Christ. Okay.
Mm, yeah,
Come on,
you
Lord.
can. Well, you better tap in on Jesus for this one because I think you're really gonna need him. So I need you. I'm gonna start the timer as soon as I say the question. But this is in honor of the freeze. In honor of the freeze,
Okay.
I need you, producer Britt, to give me 5 famous snowmen. Go.
Frosty.
Okay. 1.
Jack?
You said Frost. Okay,
Frosty
Frosty,
is Jack? Jack
Jack Frost.
Frost.
Okay, 2. 16 seconds.
The one that's in Frozen.
What's his name?
I don't know. I'm not a child. I
What's
don't
his
know. What
name?
is this? I don't know. It start with a I don't know. I don't know that
Olaf.
many
Come on. 3
snowmen.
seconds. 3 seconds.
I don't
2,
know no
1.
snowmen. Snowmen? You could have said 3. 5 snowmen? That's
Ah.
crazy.
TikTok hopefully is gonna eat you up on this one because we need some engagement, y'all. We need to hear from y'all. We'd like to hear from
Is
y'all.
that the only one?
That was the only game. Yeah, I just we
Boy
super
got me
over
hyped up for one question. That's
we
crazy.
super
TikTok, eat him
overtime.
alive. How about
We
that?
super overtime. So I got to go in here and
You
make you
ain't
a little
got no you
breakfast,
ain't got no
make a little
job. You
pancake. You
ain't
ain't
got
got no job,
nothing
man. Shout out to
to
Tommy. R.I.P.
do.
We never knew what Tommy did, and we'll never know what
And
Tommy
we'll
did.
never know.
Boy, hey man,
R.I.P.
I got this coat from a fire sale over at my job. Tommy,
You ain't
you ain't
got
got no
no
job,
job,
man.
man.
Oh man.
All right,
Shout
Jonathan,
out
we
to
got to get
him.
out of here.
Yeah. We gotta get out of here, man. We gotta get
Yeah.
out of here. But
Okay. Well, y'all enjoy your day. Have a happy Wellness Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Whatever.
sure.
Winter Wednesday. But you know what I am waiting for? I'm waiting for that groundhog. Yeah. We got
Ye-
spring or we got winter. What we doing? You see
Oh
your shadow? You
Lord.
don't see your shadow. Because I'm here for the groundhog. He ain't never been wrong.
Where does the groundhog actually come? Like where
He's
is
in.
he?
I thought he was in Boston or in
I
Philadelphia somewhere, something like that.
you obviously don't know where he come from either.
I just know
So
they put that
how,
groundhog on TV. I know he got
how
a
do they
whole
know where to put the
parade. I know he got a whole day.
how do they know where to put the camera? That's crazy. You don't even know where he at, and you know everything, Britt. That's crazy.
He's
Okay.
up there. He up there. He up there.
So the
Yeah.
boy in heaven. Okay, that's crazy.
Bye, Jonathan. Bye, y'all.
We're
Y'all have a
getting
good
out of here.
day.
We're getting out of here. Family, okay. If you know where the groundhog is at, please let us know because clearly we don't know. We get other information, we get other stories. We bring you education, we bring you entertainment, and we always bring you empowerment here on Speak Your Success in the Morning. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with at least 3 friends because they need this
Mm.
information and they need some fun too. You understand me? But family, other than that, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Speak Your Success Media, over on YouTube. Or if you want to get the audio experience, you can just tap in Speak Your Success in the Morning wherever you listen to your podcast. But all right,
Mhm.
family, we're getting out of here. Remember. All right. Speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why would you and why should you live any other